Alright. Well, here we are to talk about another toy that Scott has in his collection. The Air Jammer by Tomy.
Which Willie and I both had when they were out.
Had the bug.
Yeah, it came in different flavors, a bug and the car. And this is, I mean, this could have only come from Tomy. Tomy made stuff like the Zoids, you know, they made these brilliantly mechanically complex devices, right? And this was an example of that, you know, as I said, you know, on Retro Gaming Roundup many times, that stuff from Japan in the 70s and 80s was almost like you were buying something from the future, you know. It was like, wow, this exists, you know. And this is no exception. It's a real neat deal. It's an air-powered car. So there's actually, in this box, 2 of them. We'll leave this one out for a model, and this one will work. So it's really neat in its construction. It's sort of like your little dune buggy design. You've got the front wheels, bumper, and this does help because it does go crashing into things. The air tank right here, the regulator is mounted up here. The air goes into the engine. It's a air-powered engine, and this is based off of a CO2 engine, which was used to power model airplanes. So they could have gone with a CO2 cartridge, but they chose to go with a much, you know, easier replenished fuel source. And you've got the little plastic piston. You know, they come with a little bit, you can barely see it, a little bit of lubricant on the piston there. And here it is, you know, what, 30-something years later?
Yeah,
and
30 years.
I've never had a problem. They just work, you know. But real neat design, I think, you know. And to fuel it, you just put the air hose in and start pumping. And when it's full, you just push it, right? So we're gonna lift it up here.
Oh, that's got a cool sound, man.
Doesn't it?
Well, that's awesome.
One more time for the folks. Yeah, I love the sound of these air jammers. And you can hear when it's full. Although I always try and squeeze that extra little bit.
Oh, that is so cool.
And it's nicely made, like many Japanese toys of this era. It's rigid. It's the plastic. I mean, look at, you don't see plastic castings that thick on anything today.
Okay, go ahead and bump it up.
Needs to go on its own. Whoa!
That didn't quite work.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention. Look at this. The wheels have steering.
Oh, look at that. You can steer it. Well, no wonder.
As Willie found out, it has steering.
Oh.
But no harm, no foul.
It still had power, man.
Yeah, let's do that again.
There's an outtake.
But no damage done.
I was worried about that if it had steering because you make it go in a big circle like in a gymnasium or something like that. That'd be cool. These are great toys. I love mine. You're aiming at me. I caught it.
You know why it does that too?
It was spinning out.
The wood surface, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's still cool. Very cool.
Oh boy!
Hey, there's Hasbro. Hasbro makes toys. What's new, Hasbro?
Pretty sneaky, sis.
Remember, you can tell it's Mattel. It's...
Okay, let 'em go. Some of the great SSP racers for 72.
M-A-R-X spells Mark's world's largest toy maker.
Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy, and so do girls. And remember, if it isn't Duncan, it isn't Yo-Yo.